What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of October 12th through the 18th of 2020. Brian here with you. Thanks so much for being here. Wild week we have going on. Mercury retrograde in your 10th house, opposing Uranus in your 4th house. We got a new moon taking place in your 9th house, opposing Mars and Eris in your 3rd, and making a T-square to Saturn, Pluto, even Jupiter a little bit in that 12th house. Major energy coming. Let's take a look at the chart. Start off with that Mercury retrograde. It is in your 10th house, and it is opposing Uranus in your 4th house. This Mercury retrograde is definitely trying to bring up, where are you really trying to go, and what are you really trying to build in this life, and how you're going to get there. And it's important to figure that stuff out. And Uranus in opposition is asking you to really look very objectively into your emotions, into your intuition, into your soul, and evolve from that and to go to a higher place, to really, really bring that, I would say, emotional security and foundation out to really objectify where you want to go in life. And that's going to be so powerful during this Mercury retrograde. Uranus is trying to take it higher, but it's trying to take it higher from a very deep place within you, and you have to trust that, and it's going to help so much. Got a new moon in your 9th house. It's going to oppose this Aries energy in your 3rd house with Mars and Eris in opposition, and of course make the T-square to Capricorn in your 12th house. This is a wild new moon. Happens on Friday the 16th. Mercury retrogrades, of course, Tuesday. So, I would say this is definitely this is a very, very expansive new moon for you, but it's expansive in a way that's very spiritual. It's very unseen, and it can definitely cause a lot of, you could say, emotional stress if you're not in that alignment, which I would assume anybody watching this channel is definitely conscious of that. So it's a big deal. I think the Mars retrograde in the 3rd is really asking you to objectify the environment that you want and to put your energy into the environment you want, but also make sure that it's connected to something bigger. And with this 12th house transit here, it's very, very big and expansive, but in a very spiritual way. Pluto's trying to transform your subconscious here, and Saturn is kind of trying to restrict it a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, can you break free from any sort of reality restrictions that are holding you back and not letting you transform within yourself? Why? Because the opposite of all this is your 6th house. Reality is the only thing that can hold you back from one of the greatest evolutions that's going to take place in your life. But it's by merging that into reality, taking the universal truth into the environment that you live, and building from that is everything. And even though this 12th house transit can seem hard, it can make you feel lost, it's almost over for one, and it's time to really build what you want by bringing it to mind with the Mercury retrograde and this opposition to this big T-square point, which is this polarity that's very important. And it is this bringing of the spiritual world to the real world to build something amazing for the purpose of serving much more than just what meets the eye, you could say. North Node here in your 5th house, it's all about the love right now. It's all about your creative expression and not holding yourself back from it. You got to be a true Aquarian here and rebel from anything that isn't of a higher vibration, that isn't of love, that isn't from the connections that are going to bring you the real passion, and let the courage out. And of course, it's going to make good aspects to this new moon with a trine. So that is the ticket, is this universal love that you need to find for yourself, and that you need to actually also have compassion for the other people and to see people in a different, more conscious light. And that will change reality for you in a very powerful way. This Venus here in your 8th house is going to make nice aspects to Mercury early in the week. I would say it's definitely trying to have you go deep within yourself to see what you do truly value, and the relationships that are very deep and emotionally connected that are going to take you farther in life. And I think that's very important, is to make sure that the people are right. Why? Because Neptune is going to oppose Venus in your second house. So it's like, are you keeping your true self-love and your true values hidden from yourself? And are you delusional of what is the ultimate value by not trusting in something bigger that's happening right now, but by just objectifying only what is of the physical and not of something bigger, which could block you from something beautiful that has to do with relationships, deep relationships connected on a very soul level? But it doesn't, I mean, that's the thing, is if you're kind of already in tune with this, then you're not going to have that problem, and you'll be able to disconnect from anything that isn't of the love. And that is the beauty, is to connect with what is the love, North Node in the 5th house, and what is of spiritual destiny, and building something amazing from that. So, it's quite the new moon. I would say put the intentions out for the most amazing life you'd ever want to create by trusting in something bigger and objectifying what you do want, but not getting so, I would say, judgy. Kind of have to disconnect from judgment and look at things from a higher consciousness, and everything will make more sense. Heavy week. The Fool card reversed. See, you're not the fool, Aquarius. You know what you're doing. You're connected to something bigger. You're already getting the downloads. You know where you need to go. You know what you need to build. You just can't be scared to do it. And you have to not block yourself from the confidence to get there. You have to be confident in yourself to go get what you want that's of the heart. And the journey is going to be magical. And you guys keep pulling major arcana cards for a reason. So Aquarius, you got big things coming. All the Aquariuses here right now are probably going to be the main factor as we jump into this Pluto and Aquarius phase in 2024 that are really going to change the game. So you guys are a huge player, and this is prep work for it, and you're probably already there. But if you're not, you're just stepping into it, and own it and find the confidence in it, and don't block yourself from love, and don't be delusional about what you do value about yourself, and connect to that very deeply. I love you very much, Aquarius. I'll catch you next time. Peace.